We want to talk some baseball before we get into football because if we start football, we're going to end up
we'll
going
never
for
get.
the
I was gonna say we'll never get off of it.
No, we won't. But so a couple different things happened in the baseball world yesterday. Phillies give Hamels
6-year contract extension, $144 million. Wowzers! Hey, Cole Hamels, throw a buck this way, bro.
Seriously, Sports Zone looking for investors, so holla at your boy.
We need an investor big time.
But really, I think for me, what I like about this is me and you touched on this earlier or the other day of how it's nice to see a guy wanting to stay with the same team. Cole Hamels literally gave the Phillies all the time he possibly could to get him a new contract because he wasn't worried about getting traded and he wasn't concerned about testing the free agent market last year. In his interview after the signing, he blatantly said, my family's here, that, we love it being here, that we've spent a lot of, we have a lot of good memories here, so on and so forth. And I think that's awesome because why leave somewhere that you've developed such a good history, your family's happy here. And let's be honest, if you've been to Philadelphia, it's a beautiful city. Philly is a very, very beautiful city. It's very nice in Philadelphia. I like Philadelphia.
I love Philly.
It was awesome.
I was only there for a day, but it was awesome. It was awesome. But come on, I'm gonna go back to something that you just said. You were saying that he's happy to re-sign back home. He wasn't worried about being traded or anything. Why don't you give the hometown team a discount, Cole Hamels?
He probably did.
$144 million for 6 years, 25. That's like $25 million a year.
But then again, he probably did. Think about it.
I don't think he did.
The only contract that's ever been bigger than his is who? CC Sabathia with the New York Yankees.
Yep.
If he hit free agency, you don't think his agent would be like, "We want CC Sabathia money"? He technically probably did give the home team a discount. Not by a lot.
I think he could have gotten more come free agency.
That's what I'm saying. So technically, he probably gave the home team a discount by saying, "Look, you guys put me relatively close to CC Sabathia." It doesn't seem like it to us, but you know for damn sure he probably would have got more money.
I guess you're right. But I'm just looking at it like now the Phillies have 3 starting pitchers that make $20 or more million in their rotation. About $70 million is invested in 3 pitchers. You have Ryan Howard who makes almost $20 million. Chase Utley makes $15 million. Between those 5 players, you have a $100 million payroll. Those 5 players.
Wow. I'm almost like sort of speechless on that one.
Pixel Junkie puts Phillies are going to dump Cliff Lee soon, and Texas is on standby. I actually think they're going to dump Roy Halladay over Cliff Lee. And
really?
And I only say that because Halladay's contract's up next year in 2013. So I could see them getting rid of Halladay before Lee.
Instead of dealing with trying to trade Lee
and that big ridiculous contract. And yeah, I could totally see them getting rid of Halladay before Lee. But it doesn't matter anyway. They're both, Halladay's older now. You're not gonna get an amazing thing for Halladay, especially with the money that he has to deal with. But that's a great signing by Philly. It really is.
You keep a guy that your fans love, that's performed very well for you throughout his career. And on top of that, I think what you show your fans is that you're still serious about trying to win.
That is true.
Even with the type of year you're having, you're still serious about trying to win. You're technically still not out of it. They have a long road to walk to get into the playoff race, but they're technically not out of it. There's still a lot of baseball to be played. So I really think that I like this signing. I do.
And you know what's crazy? Sarah Mother Effin Levy, shout out to you. She just texted me that the Phillies payroll doesn't even come close to the Yankees. And you know what? With this signing, I actually think it does. I don't have the numbers right in front of me.
Yeah.
But let's go by position. Ryan Howard makes about $20 million. Your second baseman makes $15 million. J-Roll makes $15 million. Your third baseman, Ty Wigginton, Placido Polanco, I think they make like 8 to 10. All right, so you got 15, that's 30, 20, that's 50. and we'll say 10 just for even math, okay? So that's $60 million around your infield. Go to outfield, Shane Victorino probably makes about 10. And then the other guys probably don't make nearly as much. But then you got the rotation. I mean, it's like $150 million. The Yankees are at about $170 million.
Wow.
They're pretty damn close. And the best part about all this is gonna be, I bet they don't even win a championship. The Yankees did that back in 2001. 2002, all of a sudden, they started spending money like it was nothing. Remember, they went out this offseason. The Phillies got Papelbon, too, so they overpaid for Papelbon. And I just think you bringing in all these high-priced talents, you're expected now to win the World Series every year, and I think they're going to come up short. I don't think they have the team to do it. I really don't. I'm getting another text from Sarah, Mother effing Levy. Oh, yeah. She writes, I wish someone would pay me that kind of cash. And I agree.
Who doesn't? Let's be honest here. I mean, look, 144, I mentioned this the other day when we were talking about, other contracts that have been handed out to players. Look, none of these guys deserve the money they get paid. All right? It's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. They play sports. They play a game. They make the money they make because they are in entertainment, okay?
And they bring in big bucks for the organization.
Let's be honest here. They're not solving world hunger. They're not curing cancer. They're not doing anything that saves this world, okay? They're entertaining people.
You know what they're saving? They're saving you from boredom. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing.
Pretty much. I mean, but
that's the entertaining point. But you're right, dude. None of these guys. I'm sorry. No, you can hit a freaking baseball 500 yards. I mean, feet. Good for you, bro. You don't deserve to get $10 million.
We're getting a phone call. Who is calling in? All right, you're on with Sports Zone. Who's this?
Hey guys, how you guys doing?
We're doing well. Who's this?
This is John, actually.
John, how you doing, John?
John, what's going on? Welcome to Sports Zone, bro. Where are you calling from?
I'm actually calling from Leonia, New Jersey.
Solid. All right, Jersey, baby. What's going on, John? What do you want to talk about?
Well, actually, I want to talk about exactly what you guys are talking about, which is the sports guys. And seriously, why do they get paid so much?
It's funny to us. We've mentioned this a couple times on the show about how you look at these guys and how much money they get paid, and you sit there and you say to yourself, how is it fathomable that that one singular person is worth this much money over this allotted amount of time? And
well, look.
Go ahead.
All right. Seriously, they actually get paid so much because they fill in those seats. They get the jerseys bought. They're the ones that actually get people to actually come and waste all this money. It's amazing how is it, but because how one person could do it. It's crazy, but that's the reason why they get paid so much. And plus, seriously, the only guys that should actually get paid that amount of money, seriously, would be football players, because football players, they sacrifice their bodies.
I gotta agree with you on that. You gotta, especially with all the stuff you see with the Junior Seau suicide and all the other players that have committed suicide to play football.
Yeah,
I gotta agree with you on, John.
John, just one thing though. Baseball players, I'll agree with you on that, but baseball players play 162 games. It's like 8-9 months out of the year, all the traveling that they do, so it does break down their body. That's another reason why they can get paid so much. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said that seriously, these pitchers, they actually sacrifice their bodies as well too, because think about it, they're doing day in, day out. They throw 900, let's say 100 fastballs a day. That's 96 miles an hour. I've been smashing their arm day in and day out. They should get paid that amount of money. Now, the rest of the team, they shouldn't get paid that much. But definitely, the pitcher should.
Well, let me argue with you on that one. You're going to pay the pitcher $25 million because he can pitch so well, but you're not going to pay the batter who can hit the pitcher so well $25 million because he's a batter?
You know what? You do make sense, because the batter actually puts the points on the score. So
it's just a tough situation. I just think the money situation is just out of control in baseball. I feel as though, in general, sports athletes today are just well overpaid than what they really are. I mean, let's all be honest. They're only paid that much because it's $10 a beer at the ballpark. It's $10 for a hot dog and things like that. It's nonsense, and it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, and you know, John, you got to also think of the fact that when these guys are getting paid, you know, these boatloads of money, could you cut it in half? And they're still making a boatload of money for, you know, like think about it. You know, Cole Hamels, 6 years, $144 million. If you cut that in half and said 6 years, $72 million, are you going to feel bad for him? No. Are you going to say, no. You got a bad contract? No, that's still over $10 million a year. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that's where I'm bothered by it. It's that the numbers are astronomically ridiculous. There is no Drew Brees, 5 years, $100 million. If you gave him 5 years, 5 years, $50 million, you're telling me you can't live a great life off of that? You're telling me you can't.
Also, but you also have to actually think about this as well too. All right, Drew Brees gets players that are 320 pounds coming at him, trying to like break something from his body. So you really can't actually argue that argument, because Drew Brees does get like these big linemen trying to kill him.
Actually, John, it's the other way around. It's Drew Brees' teammates who are going after anybody else trying to kill them.
Well played. Joey gets the bell. That was good. That was great.
Man, that's a good one, guys.
John, man, we really appreciate you calling in.
Man, it was a pleasure, man. Seriously, I love Club Zone. You guys actually do a great job day in, day out. The sports always keeps me informed of exactly what's going on, man. So you guys are actually doing a great job, man. Shout out to all of you guys actually doing your thing.
Thanks, John.
You're the man, bro.
Any specific things you want to shout out? Anything else before we let?
To tell you the truth, I want to shout out the whole New Jersey for actually supporting you guys, because I actually heard that you guys are the #1 station.
In Club Zone?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Club Zone is the #1 station right now online. So, you know, shout out to everybody actually supporting you guys, man.
Oh,
you know?
You're the man, John.
Definitely with you on that, John. Shout out to everybody that supports the ClubZone.fm family, man. That's for sure.